Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl Pocahontas. Y'all already know we finna talk about this Baddies each episode, so let's get into it. So real quick, y'all, before we get started, I just want to let y'all know that I had a fucking photo shoot. People always like mistake me for a model because I'm pretty and I'm tall. I said fuck it, I'm finna start modeling, see how this shit go. And y'all, I look bum as fuck. Don't I look so good, y'all? Like, I just wanted y'all to see a bad bitch, period. But yeah, y'all, so back to the video. So they showing the Rolly versus Suki fight, and me personally, I felt like Suki took that W. I feel like Suki had that 100%, because when you really look at it, all Rolly really did was just like use her weight to back Suki into the corner. But Suki was like the only one that was really swinging and landing hits. So I feel like Suki won because she was swinging and landing hits, and Rolly was just throwing her weight around like she always do. So after they broke the fight up, Suki ate Rolly the fuck up, because she was saying that Rolly can't fight longer than 15 seconds and Suki can fight for 45 seconds. That was so fucking funny to me. Rolly and Suki, they still arguing after they fight. E.T., she go and throw some water on Suki. Straight threw some water on Suki, and that really pissed me off because I straight love Suki. And then, after E.T. do that, Sapphire punk ass, she's just standing around watching the shit. Like, Suki supposed to be your best friend, and you really finna let Suki go out like this? Like, what kind of friend is you, Sapphire? Like, I was so disappointed in Sapphire. And you could just tell in Sapphire's face that she looked scared. Like, them bitches had Sapphire shook. You could just see it all in her face. It was just so lame to me. Like, even if you felt like it was stupid and unnecessary, you see Rolly and E.T. sticking up for each other because they friends. Why is you not following suit and doing the same thing for your friend? At the end of the day, you always supposed to have your friend back regardless. You're not supposed to let nobody gang up on your friend. You ain't supposed to let nobody do your friend like that. And once Suki realized what the fuck was going on, Suki wasn't feeling that shit either. She was telling Sapphire to get the fuck away from her when Sapphire was trying to hold her back and shit. And Suki was just all like, bitch, get off of me. Like, you steady trying to calm me down and tell me to calm down. You need to be on them bitches, because them bitches is the reason that I'm turned up anyway. I just don't understand why Sapphire was steady trying to hold Suki back. Like, bitch, go jump on them bitches that had your friend fucked up. I'm glad Suki checked the fuck out of Sapphire right then and there, because Sapphire needed to know that she was fucked up. And that really hurt Suki's feelings, because Suki be riding for her friends and she be expecting this, and when she don't get the same back, that should be fucking with her. And once they left out the restaurant or whatever and they went back to the Sprinter bus, Bobby checked the fuck out of Sapphire. And she is. And she needs to know that. And then Sapphire started crying and shit. And I didn't feel bad for Sapphire, because at the end of the day, you know what your role is as a best friend. You knew what the fuck you was supposed to do. You knew what Suki was expecting out of you. I'm glad that niggas was getting in her ass, because she was wrong. Sapphire, you the one that wanted to be on Baddies. If you want to be on Baddies, you gonna have to square up. Period. And so once Sapphire realized that they wasn't fucking, that Suki and Bobby wasn't fucking with her, then she go over to the other Sprinter bus with Natalie, Rolly, and E.T. and Mariah Lynn on the bus, and she go over there crying to them. Do you really think that it's okay for you to go and vent and cry to these bitches, and these bitches was just into it with your best friend? Like, where's your loyalty at? So the day after, Natalie with her girls in her house, basically just explaining her fight that happened with Scotty. Basically just saying it was all over some text messages. And I'm just all like, that shit dumb as fuck. But it's pretty obvious now at this point that Scotty and Natalie was arguing about some shit that had nothing to do with no motherfucking food. And so then they showing us what the girls in the other house doing. It's Rolly and E.T. and the other girls at the other house. Sapphire go over there to them other girls in that house. She really sitting up there kikiing and hi-hiing with her best friend enemies. Like, I was really sitting there there, y'all, like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, Sapphire, are you serious? Suki just got in your motherfucking ass about you not having her back, and then you go and sit up and kiki with these hoes? Like, what type of friend is Sapphire? Like, and the shit just irritated me because you can tell that Sapphire really don't know what the fuck loyalty is. Because even if Suki not speaking to you and y'all not cool, that don't mean you go and laugh and smile on her enemies' faces. No, bitch. Is you cool, Sapphire? After that, Suki and Sapphire, they had their own little sit down. And you can tell at first, Suki was just irritated. She was just irritated with Sapphire. And she was just letting her know that she felt like Sapphire didn't have her back. Like, she should have had her back. And Suki wasn't really fucking with that because Suki be riding for her friends and she be expecting the same loyalty. Sapphire say that she felt like she did what the fuck she was supposed to do. She felt like she did her shit. She felt like she had Suki back. I disagree. Sapphire, you bitch the fuck out, period. You didn't have nobody back but Rollies at this point because you steady trying to hold Suki back, trying to stop her from getting into it with Rollies. Sapphire basically just tells Suki that Suki right. She said that Suki right, and at the end of the day, Suki is her only real friend. She don't know them bitches. And she apologized to Suki, and they hugged it out. You can tell they real friends in real life, and Suki really loves Sapphire. Like, that shit real, and it ain't no TV shit. Like Natalie and Scotty, like, they got a real friendship. So just knowing that they got a real genuine friendship, it was beautiful to see them really make up and be genuine. Suki also told Sapphire that she was going to have to beat E.T. up in order for them to be back in good graces. And I'm really just interested to see how this shit gonna go, because on the next preview episode, it showed Sapphire and Mariah getting into it. And it's just all like, no, Sapphire, Suki said you gotta fuck E.T. up, not Mariah. Now it's time for Natalie and Scotty to make up. So they meet up to have another talk. Scotty just tired. Scotty is over Natalie's shit. And you could just see it all in her face. You could hear it all in her voice. Like, this time, Scotty done had enough. You can just tell that Scotty, this ain't the same Scotty that we've been seeing these past couple episodes. You could just tell. And so while they talking, Scotty, in the middle of them talking, Scotty say, fuck it. And she just swung on Natalie. I ain't gonna lie, Scotty cleared when she swung on Natalie. Because I was all like, damn, Scotty, finally. You finally sticking up for yourself. You finally finna beat Natalie ass. Whether she won the fight or lost the fight. I was just happy she finally swung on Natalie. And Natalie said herself that she wasn't even expecting that from Scotty. And that just go to show that Natalie feel like she can do what she do to Scotty, because she don't be expecting Scotty to retaliate. I don't give a fuck. Even though Scotty can't fight, she could take Natalie. And one thing I noticed, as soon as they start fighting, Lemmy went right on ahead and broke that motherfucking fight up. I ain't never seen Lemmy jump in nobody fights to break them up, except that one. I peeped that. After they broke up the fight, Natalie just talking shit to Scotty. She all like, no more private jets for you. Your love language is money. That's all you care about is money. Natalie saying that alone just made me realize that the rumors is true. Natalie really is Scotty pimp. Only a pimp would say some shit like that to you. Natalie ain't a real friend to Scotty, because if you was her real friend, why is you trying to hold shit that you doing for her over her head? Y'all fight, and that's the first thing you want to say, Natalie? You revoking her privileges? Them two obviously have underlying issues that we probably don't even know about. Regardless of what the fuck they really was arguing over, I'm just happy that Scotty finally stood up for herself. After Natalie threatened Scotty, they end up hugging and crying and apologizing. It was just fake. Like, you can tell that shit wasn't genuine. You can tell the difference between Suki and Sapphire hugging and making up versus Natalie and Scotty hugging and making up. Natalie and Scotty is not real friends. That shit is fake as fuck. Like, that shit is not genuine. That's a TV ass friendship. So after motherfuckers that made up, they on their way to Pier 1. And I guess Pier 1 like a little club in Jamaica, a little outdoor club. As they on their way to Pier 1, Natalie on her Sprinter bus talking hella shit about Scotty. Like, you wasn't just crying and hugging her and saying sorry to her. Now you on the bus talking shit about her? I knew that little makeup they had was fake. Natalie straight ain't nobody friend. She cannot be trusted. Natalie would smile in your face and then turn around and talk hella shit about you. Just because. She don't even need to have a reason. So they make it to Pure One and they having a good time, turning up. Suki and Scotty, they arrived together last minute. As they partying and turning up, Natalie called for a group hug, trying to kumbaya, and Suki wasn't fucking with it. Suki's like, I ain't group hugging you bitches. I'm not no fake ass bitch. I'm not fucking with y'all. And that's why I love Suki, because Suki real. Suki ain't finna fake shit for no cameras. She not finna fake cordial. If she not fucking with you, she not fucking with you. And Suki say that she not fucking with motherfuckers because she heard that Mariah said she wants to fight her. So with that being said, Suki ain't hugging nobody and she not interested in kumbaya with none of these bitches. And they really cut the episode off right there. But I'm just interested to see how this shit gonna play out, because Suki said that Mariah said that she wanna, you know, run a fade with her. Yet Sapphire show in the club standing right next to Mariah. But we already know that Sapphire loyalty don't run that deep. So I ain't too surprised about that. But that was pretty much all of the episode. Shout out to Scotty for finally standing up for herself. But that was pretty much the end of the episode. Make sure y'all like my video, subscribe to my channel, show me some love. And I'll see y'all next week.